challenges in prayers. You see, if you have been praying for long, or you have been praying for some years or some while or some time, ever since you've been born again, and you have not had challenges in prayer, I think I would love to share with you some of my challenges I've had in the place of prayer. I say, I want to be sincere with you. My first challenge is the challenge that has to do with unanswered prayers. You see, there are many, many prayers I have prayed that I have not seen the answer or the result or the manifestation of what I have prayed for. It doesn't mean God has not answered me. You see, it is a challenge. So also you are also facing some challenge, those challenges. There are times you might have prayed for so many things. Maybe you prayed for somebody and at the end the person died, or you were praying for something and the thing didn't work out the way you thought it would. You see, that unanswered prayer, you are not seeing the result or the manifestation or the physical tangibility of what you have prayed for. It says it's a challenge in the place of prayer. So unanswered prayer is a challenge. Number two is doubt. You see, I do not doubt God. I believe and I trust in God. You see, but it's a challenge. There are times you pray and you're like, oh, has God answered me? Maybe since you have not seen the answer, so you say, maybe God doesn't want me to have that, or maybe God doesn't want that to be changed, or it's a challenge. So if you have not faced it, you will. Yeah, at times you want to doubt, but God doesn't want us to doubt. He wants us to trust and to believe that He answered prayer. But the devil tends to bring this thought of doubt and thought of skepticism. We're being skeptical. We're not so sure, we're not so certain if truly what we have prayed about, we have gotten the result and the answers to it. Another challenge in the place of prayer is the challenge of what? Of distraction. You see, there are times you go to prayer, there's so many things in your mind, so many thoughts, so many things going on, so many ideas. The devil just banging your mind with so many things in your mind. So, and sometimes before you can really get concentration and you can really connect to prayer, you see, you're already running up in the place of prayer. Someday your mind will just be wandering, so many thoughts, what happened within the day, what some difficulties and some challenges and some problems that came your way. So this is a challenge in the place of prayer. Another challenge is the challenge of prayerlessness, not finding time to pray. Have you ever had that experience? I have. At times I do not really, I'm finding time to pray. So many things which comes, maybe the busyness of and the challenges of life. So it's a challenge in the place of prayer where you are so full with a lot of things and you're not able to have the time to pray. The next challenge is trusting God's timing and God's planning. You see, if you have not had that challenge when you pray and you've prayed for something today and you do not really know when the answer is going to come, or when is it the right time for me to see this or for this to happen in my life, you will experience that where you'll be waiting for God's timing, you'll be waiting for God's plan and purpose for you in the place of prayer. You see, another thing challenging the place of prayer is the struggle with the persistency and consistency in the place of prayer. So sometimes you can pray for something, and since maybe the things are not working out for you, you just tend to stop to pray. But Jesus encourages men ought always to pray and not to faint. So and another thing is not knowing how to pray effectively. See, that uncertainty about the best way, to structure, the best way to approach God in the place of prayer is also a challenge. Another challenge is guilt. You see, maybe sometimes you have failed in maybe your moral life or in one area of your life. And sometimes when you go to God in prayer, you tend to it's like God is not, He's not hearing you, He's not answering you, or He's not listening to you, even when you're trying to, relate some certain things to Him. So that is a great challenge. That guilt the devil tends to bring to your heart. But how do you overcome that? Is to learn to know that you are loved and God has forgiven you and God is not judging you and God is not condemning you. And one other thing also is laziness. being able to develop that consistent prayer habit. So laziness will come. The times you go to prayer, you want to pray, but you don't. The Bible says, Jesus said to the disciples, he said, the spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak. So the flesh is another challenge to us in the place of prayer. But to overcome the flesh is not by might, not by power, but by the Spirit. Trust in the Spirit of God to help you, and you'll be able to overcome your challenges and your difficulties you have in the place of prayer. God bless you. And sometimes you can even ascertain and say, I want to pray maybe by 1 a.m. Your flesh, you will sleep and discover the day has dawned. So the day has broke. So you must know that these are part of some of the challenges you're going to experience in the place of prayer. But you just pick it up and keep praying and keep trusting the Lord. Anytime you face these challenges, just let the past pass and go forward and begin today and begin to pray. God bless you as we are going to share more of this thought on prayer in our next teaching.